Good morning. I'm Mr. Ian Noel Espiritu, and this is Ms. Angelica J. Marangan, and we would be discussing about innovation and changes.
Organizational innovation is the successful implementation of creative ideas in an organization. Creativity, which is a form of organizational innovation, is the production of novel and useful ideas. And you also learn why innovation matters and how to manage innovation to create and sustain a competitive advantage. Organizational change is a difference in the form, quality, or condition of an organization over time. For example, for most people, the name Olivetti brings to mind typewriter, the product that first made Olivetti famous internationally. In fact, the Olivetti M20 was the one of very first personal computers, then Olivetti changed again, selling its computer division and then focusing on telecommunication to become the sixth largest provider of fixed and mobile phone services in the world. In each instance, from typewriter to computers and then from computers to on telecommunication, Olivetti changed significantly in form, quality, and condition.
Innovation stream. In innovation stream, organizations can create competitive advantage for themselves if they have distinctive competence that allow them to make, do, or perform something better than their competitors. Furthermore, the competitive advantage becomes sustainable if other companies cannot duplicate the benefits about from the distinctive competence. Technological innovation, however, make it possible not only to duplicate the benefits obtained from the company's distinctive advantage, but also to quickly turn a company competitive advantage into a competitive disadvantage. Companies that want to sustain a competitive advantage must understand and protect themselves from the strategic risks of innovation over the long run. The best way to do that is for a company to create a stream of its own innovation ideas and products. Year after year, consequently, we define innovation stream as a pattern of innovation over time that can create sustainable competitive advantage. Innovation matters. Technology cycles typically follow an expert pattern of innovation. Where in the cycles, technological progress is slow and improvements in technological performance are small as the technology matures, its performance improves quickly. Finally, small improvements fluctuate as the limits of the technology. They focus on incremental change, lowering costs, and making small but steady improvements in domino design. This continues until the next technological discontinuity occurs. Creativity companies may also have to remove some impediments to creativity from their work environment. Internal conflict and power struggles, rigid management structures, and conversation bias toward the status quo can or discourage creativity.
Dr. Jeffrey Tobias, welcome to Telstra Next.
Thank you.
We're talking about innovation today, and I guess what I'd like to know is why is innovation important to Australian companies?
My very strong view is that unless Australian companies raise their innovation capability and significantly accelerate what they're doing internally and externally around innovation, they will get left behind. Australian companies need to embrace that transformation, or China and India and the growth in China and India will dominate this region and we will significantly fall behind. Already a recent report by the Economist Business Unit has listed Australia as 20th in the world, well behind many other countries significantly smaller in population than us.
Well, let's talk about that innovation gap. Many companies say they want innovation, but they struggle to make it happen. How can we close the gap between intention and practice?
Innovation isn't going to happen by talking about it or hoping that it will happen from perhaps a head office overseas. It needs to start with a plan, a strategy, a process coming from the top, buy-in from the CEO, building the innovation capability of an organisation. The other reason companies struggle with innovation is because they associate innovation with product, the next widget, the next device, the next thing to be sold. The reality is innovation can happen anywhere across the enterprise. Innovation can happen in sales, in marketing, in finance, in back office processes. If you look at some of the most successful companies around the world, FedEx, Walmart, they don't have innovation happening around product. It's innovation around process, it's innovation around the customer experience, it's innovation around the service delivery.